hornbills. It's about 9 in the morning on a hot bright day, and I'm just entering one of my favourite places in Thailand, Kaeng Krachan National Park. It's going to be an awesome couple of days. As usual, I can expect to see certain things, hope to see others, and probably expect a few surprises. After a leisurely drive up the 12 kilometres of road from the park entrance to Kaeng Krachan campsite, where I'll pitch my tarpon tent a bit later, I decide to move on past the campsite, over the stream crossings, and head down towards the stream, past stream crossing 2. There's always plenty of wildlife and bird life in this area, and today I'm on the lookout for a small kingfisher. Although not exactly flooded, the sporadic rains of the past few weeks have left the river higher than normal. It's lovely to find the river so lively, but the noise that it's making is probably going to drown out some of the sounds of smaller birds, which I kind of rely on hearing in this area, as A, my sight's not very good, and B, the bright light and the shadows make it quite tricky. So I'm down here by the river, obviously, and I'm hoping to see the 3-toed kingfisher, aka black-backed kingfisher, aka dwarf kingfisher, and it hit. Basically, this is its hood. Anywhere down this bit here, to further down the stream. So I'll take a pause here now, because I've made a noise as I came through, then getting things set up. I have to sit tight for a while and hopefully see a flash of blue or hear it. Fingers crossed. Just so beautiful here. Incredible. So peaceful. I love Kaeng Krachan. The more I come, the more I'm starting to find the places where different things are likely to be. Just beautiful. That was quite a big crash. The tree's being pushed over by an elephant. That was really close, and it's just when I think I can hear a kingfisher. I'll have to keep quiet as long as I'm down. Bits of bamboo I can get behind. Maybe I'll wander downstream a bit. That was only about 50 or 100 metres up through the jungle that I came through. Massive crash. I guess he's picked it up. There's something else now. It's gone very quiet all of a sudden. Birds aren't making a noise anymore. Even the crickets aren't chirping. Usually sign that there's something about. It's hang tight and see, but if it is an elephant, could be just standing in the same spot there. I might go up and investigate. I think it'd be better. I have two minds now. Because this lovely river and the possibility of a kingfisher, the smallest of the kingfishers, and at the other end of the scale, the largest of the land mammals. Could have been a gaur, like, crashing through there up here. Usually the gaur can climb up a tree. Maybe that'd be only escape. With an elephant, I've just got to keep quiet, so I'm gonna pipe down a bit here because I've got phenomenal hearing. Luckily, with me walking in the water, that hides the pounding of my footsteps. Whenever I come into this spot here, up past the second stream crossing and then into the forest across back towards the river, whenever I come in here, I always get a strong smell of wild animal. And that's the second time when I've been in here. There's been a massive crash not too far away. And that was a bigger crash of something falling down. I know trees do fall down, but it seemed coincidental that the last time I was here a couple of weeks ago, it was a similar thing. Oh, there, I can smell it now. Can't smell it on my camera, of course. There's definitely something around here. Well, with a bit of luck, we'll see it before it sees us. I was excited about finding what had made that noise, but I proceeded quietly and very carefully, keeping my eyes and ears open as much as I could. If it had been an elephant, I would have to be careful. In this area there aren't that many big trees and there aren't too many clumps of bamboo that you can get behind. Whenever I've asked rangers or soldiers or anybody else who spends a lot of time in the jungle what creatures they might be wary of, they nearly always say the same thing. It's never snakes, leopards, bears or even tigers. It's always the same answer: elephants. There's not much you can do to get out the way and escape them if they get in a bad mood and charge you. But whatever had made the loud crash, and whatever the strong smell of animal was that had smelt in there, as I often do in that area, I didn't encounter the elephant, and I presume it didn't see me. A good half hour had passed, and I was now interested in getting some photographs. And I could start to hear some birds around about. I was attracted to one sound in particular, and although the light was bright and the shadows were tricky, I somehow managed to spot it. And I was over the moon to get some photographs and some video of a bird which I'd seen before but never really had much chance to get good images of. And here it was. And although the initial video was only handheld, I did manage to get the camera with the 500 lens onto the vlogging tripod just in time to get a little bit of footage from that. This beautiful bird even managed to bless my video with a little poop. What a great start to the afternoon. There were quite a few other birds going around, including what I thought was a sultan tit and some leaf birds, but I didn't manage to get any decent shots or video, so I moved back down in the other direction towards the stream again. So, as well as perfect snake area, seen a snake here before, a wolf snake. I might saw it. That little tree straight across with the branches out over the slightly deeper water before, where there's been a tree has fallen and blocked it then, caused the water to build up slightly. That's perfect kingfisher spot, especially the little dwarf kingfishers. They don't need much depth of water to hunt in. Even that deep, they'll dive in and get something else. And that gives it a perfect vantage point over the part of the river where fish would slow down because it's changed the pace. So this will be its regular hunting tree, I would think. Now I might sit tight here a while, see if he or she comes along. All the time keeping my ear open for whatever noise it was just up there. This is where the monkeys jump. Just round here is where I saw a blue-bearded beater earlier in the year, a few months back. One of these branches just up here. Oh, there's a raptor flying around high. Circled and gone off. Thought it'd be a crested serpent eagle, but it looked a bit smaller. It might have been a honey buzzard, but it's probably a serpent eagle. Anyway, this is a great spot for the blue-bearded beater. I just heard some green beaters flying around there from what I could hear. So I came up here but I haven't spotted any. But I get lots of them down at Samurai Ot. But yeah, the blue-bearded beautiful beader was beader indeed. Stunning. And this is where there's red-bearded bee-eaters as well at the same stretch. I've never seen one yet. But fingers crossed I'll keep walking on up here. And then I'm going to branch off into the jungle again, down towards the river, where there might be a pitta. Let's see. This is where I'm hoping to see a pitta. Definitely lots of other things chattering, which is a good sign. They seem to be disturbed before I got here, so there's something else around. There might be a squirrel around. They seem to be laughing thrushes and or those puffy bulbuls. What are they called again? Puff-crested? I can't remember. Puffy bulbuls to me. Sound bulbully. Let's see. It's kind of on a steepish bank side here down to the water, so being careful to not put my front knee down too low and then do a lovely judo roll into the water. From back across there now, I can see the bamboo clumps. Okay, I have to move. Exactly what you want if there's an elephant. Get behind one of these big clumps of thick bamboo. It's a good 1.5 meters, 2 meters in diameter. You hide behind that. I'm not here, not try to flatten the bamboo either. Okay, so here we are. Here I am. Bangkrang. First night. It's early doors yet. It's a beautiful moon, nearly full there. There's a group of Thais set up tent nearby. But to be fair, they're playing the guitar and singing very nicely and very quietly. I might have to go more than about the bear though. I don't know if I can leave some stuff out. There's just a lot of crashing down there. Further down in the river. So I thought that's a lot of noise for the bear and it's coming early. So I went down. The ranger was there. Because I tried to go down this side and he called. He said, don't go down there. So I went down to him. Anyway, it's the elephant. So the elephant's just down there. Crashing around in the river. I'm just up above there. You can hear that, I think. I don't think it'll come up through the campsite. Sincerely hope not. I'm not entirely sure what to do if an elephant comes through the campsite. Anyway, still hoping for the bear, or more than one bear, to make an appearance later, but I'm not going to leave any food out. But I've just told a couple who were further down there that they better pack up all their stuff, because they had a full gourmet meal going on outside their tent. I think they understood. I might warm these up with the guitars as well, just in case. Although it's nice for a bear to come, you don't want anything to happen to anyone, do you? Anyway, I'm going to keep my eyes open and hopefully, well no, actually hopefully not eyes open. I don't want it coming up here next across the flat part of the top here, across the campsite. I would have to run into the toilet block. Keep the ears open anyway for this elephant, maybe get some footage of that. It'll not be good footage, but hey ho, it's all good when you're camping under the stars and the moon. Lovely. Oh, there he is. This was almost certainly the same fella that I had heard and smelt further along the river earlier that day. It was just amazing that he was standing down there in the river, and when I saw the size of him, I was kind of quite happy that I hadn't bumped into him there alone in the jungle further up. Please excuse the footage here. I was only using my mobile phone and the light from a head torch, as well as sudden noises. Bright lights shining into the eyes of elephants are not something that you want to be doing. Really don't like it. It was just incredible to see this amazing creature so close, really just a stone's throw from my tent. And believe it or not, I slept really well after this. Oh man, I felt so lucky to be there and see this elephant. What a great end to that day. Fortunately, the few other people who were there did listen and didn't put bright lights onto him. I think people often feel that just because they're in a national park and animals are there and the animal looks pleased and content and relaxed, that there's not a danger. But like all animals, elephants give you warning signs. Standing still, not flapping the ears. This was him letting us know that he knew we were there and that he was all right with everything as long as we didn't disturb him and just let him get on and eat. Usually if elephants pin their ears back or pin them out sideways, that means they're being very alert and they're listening, and you've got to be careful. But he'd already seen us, we'd been there a few minutes, and as long as we didn't mess around, take the mick, he was happy. Join me in the next part, in part 2, where, as well as boiling a kettle, I'll be heading off before dawn to try and spot a leopard, if you pardon the pun, encountering lots of elephant carnage on the way, then heading out in search of a spot-bellied eagle owl, and having even more luck with the orange-breasted trogon. I'll also be fortunate enough to see and finally photograph what I think is the most beautiful of the hornbills. I'll meet up with my buddies who'll arrive, and we'll have more adventure with the elephant, both during the night and, quite surprisingly and a bit worryingly, during the day, where we come face to face with a huge male that tells us quite clearly that he's not happy with us being there. Thanks for watching this one. All the photographs will be at the end of part 2. If I survive the elephant.